Yes people, hope we're all as blessed as ever, and let me tell you now, I am so excited to finally bring this video out to you guys. I wanted to do this video so long ago. However, when it comes to training splits, I want to make sure that the training split I'm putting out to you guys, I'm so set in stone and confident that I'm bringing it out to you guys to try. And this has been my split for the last 12 months. And the results I've had are absolutely unbelievable. Okay, first things first people, this split in general is very minimal. And when I say minimal, I mean you don't need a mass amount of equipment, aka you don't need a gym. All you need is a dumbbell and a resistance band. Throughout the whole 7-day split, that is all you need. Alright, so let's go through the split, starting with day 1. Alright, so day 1 consists of cardio and abs, and for me, it starts at 6 AM. It doesn't have to start that time. It's just important that if you're doing the split, you get the cardio in and you get the abs done on day 1. For me, I start at 6 AM purely because Mondays are all about discipline. I like to set the tone for the week high. I like to go out and push myself as hard as possible. With that as well, it is going to be the longest run of the week. So every Monday, I start with a 10K run, and time is not the essence with this. The importance is you get it done. I do this in around about 40 to 45 minutes. However, if you want to aim for whatever time you want, it doesn't really matter. The importance is you just get it in. And you know what? If you're not a runner, then don't go for 10K straight away. Just aim to get on the Monday, the longest run of the week. Alright, so after the run, it's going to be consistent of an ab session. The reason being is you just ran 10K. We don't want to be absolutely smashing a full body workout after running 10K, because quite frankly, we're absolutely exhausted. So my ab session consists of 8 exercises in total, and I always do my sessions in a circuit form basis, purely because I don't like to sit and wait around. So when it comes to abs, there's no rest. I use an app called Interval Timer. I'm going to link the app in my description below because I do use this app for all of my workouts, as I say on my YouTube as well. Alright, so that's day 1 covered. We're doing the long run, and then we're moving on to doing the 8 exercise ab workout. On to day number 2. Alright people, so day number 2 is going to consist of an upper body workout. So when it comes to upper body workout, I like to use just 2 dumbbells. I'm not using any machines, I'm not using a barbell. For me, dumbbells are such an essential to use in your workouts if you are training for hypertrophy, basically without sounding too scientific, muscle growth. Purely because you're able to work each limb individually. Sometimes when you're using a barbell, you can get loads of imbalances. So for me, dumbbells are just a lot easier, they're more convenient to have in your house as well. When you're moving around a barbell, it is a little bit of a sticky one. So with the dumbbells, I'm going to be going over 8 exercises, including the compounds like I've just said. As we're doing the compounds, we obviously want to do isolation exercises as well, because they're going to support the compound movements. So when I talk about isolation exercises, it goes on to working a single muscle at a time. For example, doing bicep curls, doing side raises, doing front raises. It's important that I'm going to be covering all areas of my upper body in day 2, purely because this is the only session which is upper body focused of the whole entire week. Alright people, so that's day 2, upper body, 8 exercises. Again, I'm using the Interval Timer app because I don't like to stop. I like to get my sessions done. It's going to take me around about 30 to 35 minutes, so that is that. Alright people, so now we're on to day number 3. So when it comes to cardio, I have 1 day on, 1 day off. So if we do the maths, we are now on cardio again. So when it comes to Wednesday's day 3 session, I'm going to be doing a 5K run. But unlike the Monday session, with this one, I am going to be focusing on the time. I wanted to aim for as quick as I possibly can. It's a session that I'm really going to be putting it in and testing myself, because I do like to set PBs during my sessions, whether that's with weight, whether that's with time running, purely because it's just an easy way to do some goal setting. So Wednesday morning's run is all about getting a quick, swift 5K running. After the 5K run, we are going to be doing a solely leg-based session. Hypertrophy again, because we're going to be using dumbbells this time. So, like the session before, we are using the Interval Timer app. I'm not going to say it again. When I say what session we're doing, just take into account that I will be using the Interval Timer app. So, with this session, it's going to be 8 exercises. I'll perform them for 45 seconds each exercise, and I'm going to be doing 5 rounds each. So it's going to equate to around 30 to 40 minutes. With day 3 though, I'm just going to say it now. On the next day, my legs are going to be absolutely battered, purely because I'm going to be doing the running and then we're also going to be including the leg session as well. So when it comes to the exercises on the leg session, it's important again that I'm including my compound exercises such as squats, such as RDLs. Like I keep saying, dumbbells are absolutely beautiful when it comes to training with me, purely because I can just incorporate so many exercises in the sessions with dumbbells. Alright, so with compounds being said, we are also going to be doing the isolation exercises also, like we did for the upper body. So with the isolation exercises for the lower body, we're going to be doing simple things like calf raises, we can do glute bridges. There's so many exercises to cover. I'm going to include a little program in the description below just for examples of exercises that I include in my sessions. Alright, so that is day 3 wrapped. We're now on to day 4. Alright people, so when it comes to day number 4, we are going to be doing a 10 exercise fat burner session. This session is actually on my YouTube already. Here it is right there. You can get it done. I'll put a link in the description below for some of the workouts that I've included in here. So with the fat burner session, we're obviously using the interval timer app, and I'm going to be doing 10 exercises for 30 seconds each exercise. With this workout though, I don't want to be including loads of isolation exercises. Throughout the week so far, I've already done loads of isolation exercises. So it's important that we're keeping our body mobile by including as many full body exercises as possible. When I say full body, I just mean exercises which are incorporating more than one muscle at once. For example, burpees, for example, alternating lunges, jumping squats. All of these exercises cover loads of muscle groups at one time, and they're not too focused on one muscle. We're not going to get really bad DOMs from the workouts that we've previously done in the week. This session is solely focused on burning fat. We are chasing shreds. When it comes to chasing shreds, it isn't about sitting there and doing a dumbbell here and there, doing a press, sitting down, having a rest. If you're chasing shreds, you need to be willing to put in the work. You need to be willing to sweat. That is essentially it. So that's day number 4 complete. We are now on to day number 5. Personally, my favorite day of the week. So day number 5, we're going to be doing isolation exercises using only the resistance band. So the reason I use a resistance band, you might be wondering, is purely because when it comes to using dumbbells, I absolutely love it. However, you don't always get the control like you do with the resistance bands. With a resistance band, you're being supported in the eccentric, such as the concentric area of the movement. For example, when we're pulling in, you still got the resistance from the band holding you nice and sturdy, so you're always in line with the motion. And when it comes to dumbbells, you can quite easily go off with the motion, and you're not always going to be in line with the correct movement. So use resistance bands. They are an absolutely amazing piece of equipment, and I kind of got forced to use them in lockdown because everywhere was closed and man still needed to make gains. So when it comes to the exercises on day number 5, they are all isolation exercises. There's not loads and loads of compounds, and if they are compounds, I'm specifically making them much slower, just so we're working on the muscle at a much isolated rate. So some examples of exercises I do on day number 5 are rows, are bicep curls, are lunges, are shoulder press, we've got side raises. There's so many exercises you can do. The list is absolutely endless, and you know what? Sometimes it just comes down to being more creative with it. So I think that everyone should try and incorporate one day just using resistance bands, just to ensure that we're getting the control, probably more control than you're going to be really getting with dumbbells. Alright people, so now we are on day number 6. So day number 6 is going to be a Saturday, so we're not going to be running. It's not really a rest day. It's a day where we're hitting every single exercise and muscle which we feel like we need to improve on. I feel like everyone should give themselves a day where they can kind of focus on what needs to be focused on. I feel like it's all good working out over 7 days, but if there's not one day which you're focusing on purely improving the areas which you need to, then everything's just going to keep going at the rate it is. So for day number 6, realize your weaknesses and work on your weaknesses. So I like to include very isolation exercises on these. For example, calf raises. The calves are absolutely massive, so I like to probably do more sets for that. Maybe if I want to get some bigger biceps, you can include that. But the key is that you're just going to be including all exercises which you feel you can be improving on in some way or another. So I think it's quite key here as well to include some partial movements on day number 6. For example, the lower part of a press, the upper part of a press, maybe the lower third of a bicep curl. Just because when it comes to increasing your compound exercises, it is so important that you isolate the muscles that you need that are included in the compound exercises. So take day number 6 as a big advantage to include all exercises that you need to. So with this, I don't really like to go by time. I kind of just give myself, say, 30 minutes or so to get a workout in. Maybe I include 8 exercises at a nice pace, which works for me. I don't want to be going full blown on a Saturday. It's not essentially a rest day. You're still working, but you're working at a rate which suits you. Alright people, so on to the last day, and by far the most important day. Day 7 is stretching. Giving yourself the time on a Sunday to get stretching is absolutely essential. We've been working back to back consistently from Monday now to Saturday, essentially day 1 to day 6. So giving yourself that one day to get all the stretches in are absolutely essential. My stretching routine consists of working on my legs, on my back, and working on my lats, working on my shoulders, whatever works for you. Like day number 6, it's always good to include things which specifically work to you. Everyone's body needs different things. You might be more sore in other areas, you might work harder in different areas, so just do what works for you. Also, it's so essential to get stretching now. Why? Because the cycle starts again tomorrow with the long run on a Monday. So we want to make sure that we're nice, we're fluent, we're feeling mobile for the next day, so we can go out and smash a big 10K again. So people, that is my whole training routine down to day 1, down to day 7. Like I said, I've not wanted to put this video out there because I wanted to ensure that every single workout, including in the exact order, was right. And it's not been one of them routines where I kind of put it together and I just got it done. This has been changed over the last 12 months to be perfect for me, and now you guys have an opportunity to make it perfect for you as well. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, I am going to be linking down below a document where you guys can grab some of the exercises I include in my workouts. So download it, it's completely free. I've got you, believe me, alright? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on to the next. Peace!